More better rate to NBA players who went broke because of a female, bro. Because of these thotty bro. Look, but let's go
always
ahead and
fall
get
for
into
the
it.
wrong girls.
I know it's not LeBron.
Zion Williamson, since you want to send your publicist to talk shit about me every other freaking week, how about you get on a treadmill, speed 3,
You gotta.
level 12, and maybe you'll lose some weight.
And it's not just
Yo, he had
Zion.
a old
This shit
elf thotty telling him to get on a treadmill is crazy.
has been Antoine Walker, $108 million.
So what would be an example of
$108
something
million.
that you did at that younger age that you look back on now and say you just can't believe you spent the money doing that?
I would say a lot of exotic cars, jewelry that I did. I had a car fetish when I was very young. I had 5 or 6 different cars, but I had the most expensive.
Well, only $108 million? How many cars you
$108 million. That's how much Antoine Walker lost over the course of a career that should have set him up for life. And it would have been bad enough if it was just one woman that took all of his money. Truth is, Antoine was really just unwise and spread thin, but it wasn't always like that. The homie was born into poverty, but he was made for greatness. Because from the moment he stepped onto the NBA court, Walker made an immediate impact. Standing at 6 feet 7 inches tall and possessing a unique blend of size, athleticism, and ball handling skills.
Nah, Antoine Walker
he
was
quickly
like
became
that.
a force to be reckoned with.
He was definitely
Over
like
the
that.
next several years, Walker continued to establish himself as one of the league's premier players. In 2002, Walker's hard work and dedication paid off when he helped lead the Boston Celtics to the Eastern Conference Finals. With his newfound
2002?
fame and fortune, Walker embraced
They
the
took an
lifestyle
L to the
of a
Lakers.
superstar
You already
athlete.
know.
He indulged in the
Shaq
trappings
and
of
Kobe.
success, purchasing extravagant cars, sporting flashy jewelry, and living in luxurious homes. Walker's desire to provide for his family and friends led him to be incredibly generous, often acting as an open ATM for those around him. Another of Walker's weaknesses was his love for beautiful women.
I love
That's what got
beautiful
him in
women
bed
too.
with Evelyn Lozada Walker. And
Oh,
Lozada
he was with
together for
Evelyn?
10 years,
Ah!
from 1998 to 2008. With things ending in an ugly fashion, the couple's lavish lifestyle, fueled by Walker's spending habits, only added to the strain on his already fragile finances. In his own words, he said that what brought his ruin was him trying to be like Diddy and Jay-Z. He was pursuing their lifestyle, but while they understood how money worked, he didn't. While Antoine Walker's lavish spending and gambling habits played a significant role in his financial downfall, it was the Great Recession that delivered the final blow. Walker had ventured into the world of real estate, establishing his own firm with ambitious plans for construction projects. However, when the financial crisis hit between 2007 and 2009, the banks demanded their money back, leaving Walker in a precarious position. Desperate for funds, Walker made the difficult decision to sell his
Damn,
championship
that's
ring,
tough.
which he had won with the Miami Heat, fetching a modest sum
They
of
wanting girls then.
$21,500 in 2012. It was a stark reminder of the depths to which he had fallen. Larry Johnson.
You know, whatever Scotty thinks about me, fine.
Larry
You know,
Johnson.
He posed no threat to me. He knows what I think
Bro,
about
Antoine
him.
Walker didn't
He's
really have a
nothing.
female problem. He
$60
had
million
he didn't know
in
about
career
money
earnings,
problems.
5 kids, 4 women. Larry Johnson set himself
5
for
kids,
failure
4
the moment
women.
He got his wheels grinding in the NBA. It wasn't always like that. Larry Johnson was destined for
This man just have a fucking woman.
the moment
Yo.
he got his wheels grinding in the NBA. It wasn't always
Yo, what the fuck is going on?
like that. Larry Johnson was destined for greatness from a young age.
Damn, he had to file bankruptcy because he had to pay child support. Bro, if you would have made more money, you would have been alright. Well, you just weren't, bro.
Management,
But niggas
regardless
just
of
waiting on
one's
a basketball
income.
paycheck to hit.
Dennis Rodman. It wasn't the
No,
woman
Dennis
that
good.
Dennis slept with that did him in. It was the one he didn't sleep with that him over. Let's go a little back to some version of the beginning. Dennis Rodman's journey to fame and fortune began on the basketball courts of his hometown in Trenton, New Jersey. From a young age, Rodman displayed exceptional talent and a relentless work ethic that would propel him to the pinnacle of the sport.
nigga
After a
was always
successful
looking
college
weird.
career at Southeastern Oklahoma State University, Rodman was selected by the Detroit Pistons in the second round of the 1986 NBA draft. It was with the Pistons that Rodman's star began to rise. Known for his tenacious defense and unmatched rebounding skills, Rodman quickly became a key contributor to the team's success. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, Rodman played an integral role in the Pistons' back-to-back NBA championships in 1989 and 1990. Rodman's success on the court translated into lucrative
Rodman
endorsement
was that
deals and
guy.
sponsorship opportunities. His marketability skyrocketed, and he became a sought-after figure in the entertainment industry. From appearances in movies and TV shows to his own line
Yo,
of
this nigga
merchandise.
got a wedding dress on, bro. Yo, Dennis Rodman did not
Rodman's
get.
brand was in high demand. As his fame grew, so did his fortune. Rodman's earnings from his basketball contracts and endorsement deals reached staggering heights. He became one of the highest paid athletes of his time, amassing a considerable wealth that seemed boundless. While Dennis Rodman enjoyed the fruits of his success, little did he know that his fortune was slowly slipping away thanks to the deceptive actions of his financial advisor, Peggy Ann Fulford. Fulford, who presented herself as a Harvard-educated financial advisor, gained Rodman's trust and that of other professional athletes by promising to secure their financial futures. Fulford's scheme involved depositing her clients' income into two bank accounts, one for standard expenses and the other for investment. With the power of attorney, she had broad control over their finances. However, instead of safeguarding their wealth, Fulford exploited her position to divert funds for her personal gain. As Rodman attempted to address financial concerns with Fulford, she deflected blame by pointing to his extravagant spending habits, suggesting that he couldn't be trusted with his own accounts. This manipulation allowed Fulford to continue her deceitful practices, siphoning off substantial amounts of money from Rodman and other athletes. Authorities eventually uncovered Fulford's elaborate web of deception. She was managing numerous bank accounts and shell corporations, using them to launder money and cover her tracks. In 2016, Fulford was arrested, and she was later sentenced to 10 years in prison.
Damn, I need to hear. I want to see that story. That's crazy.
To pay restitution to her victims.
I seen it, I heard about it. I heard people say something about it.
I almost didn't add Eddie Curry's name here, because the way his life got up was way too much for whatever crime he committed. His baby mama, his daughter died in one day. And then his wife having to find out he was cheating that way? Life can be cruel sometimes. But truth is, Eddie had already been having money problems before death came knocking. In 2001, Curry led his high school team to an impressive second place in the IHSA state playoffs. And he was named the 2001 Illinois Mr. Basketball. In that same 2001, Curry's dreams became a reality when he was selected as the 4th overall pick in the NBA draft by the Chicago Bulls. The stage was set for Curry to make his mark in the professional basketball world. Curry's early years in the NBA were marked by limited playing time, but he quickly proved his worth. In his second year, he led the league in field goal percentage, an impressive feat for a young player. Curry's talent and potential were evident, and he became the first Bull since Michael Jordan to lead the league in a major statistical category. The 2004 to 2005 season was a turning point for Curry and the Bulls. The team showed significant improvement, and Curry emerged as their leading scorer. However, tragedy struck when he was hospitalized with an irregular heartbeat, forcing him to miss the playoffs. Eventually, he received clearance from heart specialists to resume practice, ready to continue his NBA journey. After his successful stint with the Chicago Bulls, Eddie Curry's career took an unexpected turn when he was traded to the New York Knicks on October 3, 2005. Despite the initial excitement surrounding his arrival in New York, Curry struggled to live up to the high expectations placed upon him. Former coaches Scott Skiles and Larry Brown openly expressed their frustration with Curry's defensive shortcomings. In a memorable interview, Skiles was asked what Curry needed to do to become a better rebounder, to which he simply replied, jump. However, amidst challenges, there was a glimmer of hope for Curry during the 2006 to 2007 season. Under the guidance of coach Isaiah Thomas, Curry experienced a resurgence in his performance. Unfortunately, Curry's success was short-lived. The following season saw a regression in his game, and he faced challenges both on and off the court. He struggled with weight and conditioning issues. Showing up in 2012, Curry made the decision to play overseas, joining the Zhejiang Golden Bulls in China. He showcased his skills and averaged impressive numbers, but his time abroad was not without challenges. Curry faced health issues, including gastroenteritis, which caused him to miss crucial playoff games. While Curry faced professional challenges, his personal life was also marred by tragedy and financial difficulties. In 2009, his ex-girlfriend Nova Henry and their 10-month-old daughter Ava Curry were tragically murdered. The devastating loss of his loved ones left Curry grappling with immense grief. Additionally, Curry faced financial hardships throughout his career. His Chicago home went into foreclosure in 2009, and he owed significant amounts in mortgage payments. Despite his once lucrative NBA contracts, Curry found himself facing eviction and financial instability. Despite the challenges, Curry continued to work towards reviving his basketball career. He played for the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors in the ASEAN Basketball League in 2018 to 2019, showcasing his skills once again. However, his journey back to the NBA remained elusive. Shawn Kemp.
Oh, yeah. I started off playing basketball pretty early on. Back in Indiana, so I've pretty much been playing all my life.
6-time All-Star, 14-year career, $91 million. It's Shawn Kemp, baby, and there's 7 of you. Yep, you heard that right. Because when Shawn was active, it wasn't just his skills on the court that made headlines. Kemp's personal life was the buzz, and it all began with his unconventional family. Kemp is the proud father of 7 children, but here's the jaw-dropping part. They're from 6 different women. His oldest son, Shawn Kemp Jr.
6 different women? Oh yeah, he was getting it. Well, he was raw dogging shit. That nigga Sean Kemp was
Followed in
wrong.
his father's footsteps and played college basketball for Washington. Kemp also has a son named Jamin, who played basketball for Southern Eastern Louisiana University. With 7 children and 6 different mothers, Kemp's personal life was nothing short of sensational. But how did this contribute to his financial downfall? At the peak of his NBA journey, Kemp was a force to be reckoned with. He enjoyed his best years after joining the Cleveland Cavaliers in 1997, averaging an impressive 18 points per game. However, as Kemp's personal life became more complicated, his on-court performance began to suffer. The distractions and controversies off the court took a toll on his physical conditioning and overall focus. Kemp's production significantly plummeted when he joined the Portland Trail Blazers. In 2000, he averaged just 6.5 points per game, followed by 6.1 points in 2001. And his time with the Orlando Magic in 2002 saw him averaging only 6.8 points. It wasn't just the personal struggles that affected Kemp's game. He also battled with drug and alcohol abuse, which further derailed his NBA career. These issues emerged right when he was at the peak of his abilities. So as the bills piled up and the financial pressure mounted, Kemp found himself in a dire situation. The once rich and successful NBA star was now grappling with the consequences
He's
of his
getting
extravagant
older.
lifestyle and personal struggles. Despite his undeniable talent, Kemp's off-court troubles overshadowed his on-court achievements. I mean, it's crazy that Sean Kemp is not in the Hall of Fame, but it is what it is.
Nah, that's not
After
crazy.
his
He's not Hall
NBA
of
career
Famer.
came to an end, Kemp faced the financial pressure of providing for his 7 children. He attempted comebacks with teams like the Dallas Mavericks and the Denver Nuggets, but unfortunately, these attempts didn't materialize. Ultimately, Kemp never secured another NBA spot and retired from professional basketball. His journey took an unexpected turn as he ended his career playing in Rome. Kenny Anderson.
And it's helped me with my therapy and everything like that. Because that's why I was
Kenny Anderson.
acting up. You know, I have 8
Yeah, bitches
kids,
too.
4 different women.
8 kids, 4 different women ain't bad. 2 from every woman ain't bad. That ain't bad.
Maybe that's, I don't know. Sometimes you don't like to tell the truth about who you are, but, you know, that's probably what it is.
Former NBA star Kenny Anderson went from being a millionaire to filing for bankruptcy. How could
Damn.
someone who earned over $63 million throughout his career end up losing it all? Well, let's start from the
63
beginning.
ain't a
Kenny
lot. Half
Anderson
of that
grew
going
up
to
in
the
New York,
tax
and from
man,
the
bro.
jump, he was
So it's
always
30.
the best point guard on any court. His skills were unmatched, and scouts took notice from an early age. Dubbed as the next Magic Johnson, Anderson had scouts calling his home since he was in the 6th grade, and they were right to do so. By the time he finished high school in 1989, Anderson had achieved something only Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had done at that level. He became the only player to be named All-City 4 times, solidifying his status as a basketball prodigy. The hype around Anderson only grew as he was ranked higher than the legendary Shaquille O'Neal and became one of the most prized recruits in Georgia Tech history. Anderson's talent and potential were
You in the Georgia
undeniable.
Tech?
He had the world at his feet, and the NBA was calling his name.
Ooh, that boy was about to go stupid.
In 1991, Anderson was drafted as the 2nd overall pick by the New Jersey Nets. The pressure was on for him to resurrect a struggling franchise and live up to the high expectations set by fans. And while Anderson did show promise, becoming an all-star in his 3rd year, it was clear that he wasn't reaching the same level of success as his early years. The high school version of Anderson that fans had expected seemed to be just out of reach. Anderson's career took him to several different teams, including the Celtics, Blazers, Pacers, Hawks, Sonics, New Orleans Hornets, and Clippers. But despite his talent and potential, he never quite reached the same level of success as he did in his early years. While Kenny Anderson's basketball career may have had its ups and downs, it was his financial journey that would ultimately lead to his downfall. I'll put it mildly, Anderson was extravagant. From luxury cars to extravagant mansions to exotic women, the point guard rammed through his bank account like a freight train on schedule and with a death wish. By the time he retired from professional basketball, Anderson filed for bankruptcy. The staggering amount of money he had earned throughout his career had vanished, leaving him in a state of financial ruin. In an interview with Forbes in 2015, Anderson admitted that he thought his money would last forever. Darius Miles.
No.
What a half. What are you trying to prove out there?
Darius,
I'm just
man.
out here having fun.
I never heard of him.
There's kids out here, and I got much love
No,
for
I
the
know
kids.
Darius,
I'm just
I'm
trying
tripping.
to put on a show for the kids.
Once a rising
I'm trying to put on
basketball
a show for the
prodigy,
kids.
Miles went from the mean streets of East St. Louis to the glitz and glamour of the NBA. But despite earning a staggering $62 million in salary,
62
Miles
million
found
is not-
himself
yo.
filing for bankruptcy, losing it all. At just 18 years old, Miles made a leap that most can only dream of. He went straight from playing high school basketball to becoming the 3rd overall pick in the 2000 NBA draft. The Los Angeles Clippers saw his potential and signed him to a contract that paid him roughly $3 million per year. Becoming an instant millionaire was a culture shock for Miles. He went from the mean streets to flying on private jets, greeted by luxury cars upon landing in Los Angeles. The young basketball prodigy was living the high life, with endorsement deals from Nike and even a budding acting career in Hollywood, where he appeared in movies such as Van Wilder and The Perfect Score, alongside Hollywood stars like Ryan Reynolds, Scarlett Johansson, and Chris Evans. Though he never made an NBA All-Star team, he played for 4 teams over 8 seasons, earning a total of $61.9 million in career salary. His high point came in 2008 when he earned $9 million from the Portland Trail Blazers. The story from here on was the same. Money, cars, women, Darius did it all. But he'd later say that it takes a long time to go broke buying Ferraris, but it's the shady business deals that can make money disappear in the blink of an eye. I don't know about that. I've never owned a Ferrari. But the truth is, Miles did fall victim to some ill-fated venture. He lost over $100,000 in a California real estate deal. This setback, along with other undisclosed bad investments, contributed to his financial woes. But it wasn't just individual deals that led to Miles's downfall. He was also part of an investment group that included other St. Louis-based stars like former NFL running back Marshall Faulk and rapper Nelly. Unfortunately, a bad real estate deal in downtown St. Louis resulted in multiple multi-million-dollar lawsuits, leaving Miles and his fellow investors in a legal battle with a local lender. Personal issues further exacerbated Miles' financial problems. He suffered from depression for several years following his mother's death from cancer in 2013, which likely impacted his ability to make sound financial decisions.
I ain't know this video was gonna be like this, bro. I thought it was gonna be more like
in 2016. To pay off his debts, he had to auction off many of his belongings, including sports memorabilia, DVDs, video games, and even expensive firearms. Lamar Odom, $114 million.
Lamar?
How many times
the
you get caught
Kardashians?
By Chloe.
Two.
2 times count.
She seems like a forgiving person.
She is.
I know we like to shit on the Kardashians, but in this case, I genuinely think Lamar was the problem, not Chloe.
Nah,
Lamar
hell
Odom
no.
was the author
No, I'm
of
not. I'm not giving that to you, Brody. Nah, I'm not giving that one to you. Lamar, the problem? No, it's some Kardashians, bro. They get everybody.
The kind of environment that would wipe his $114
Nah, Lamar was on that coat though. He was on that.
Born
He
and raised in
said
a troubled
his
environment,
first movie
Odom
as
faced
executive was the
adversity
son of
from
Lamar Odom, who was on the crack.
Addiction. His path to success was far from easy,
Oh,
but
man.
against all odds, Odom's talent and determination
Nah, he
propelled
was
him
definitely
to the
like
pinnacle
that.
of the NBA. As
Lamar was
Lamar
definitely-
Odom basked in the glory of his NBA success, his newfound wealth seemed limitless. Odom indulged in a lifestyle of opulence, splurging on luxury cars, sprawling mansions,
Lamar was
and
that guy.
extravagant vacations. Odom's desire to maintain a certain image and to keep up with the Kardashian lifestyle only fueled his spending habits. He became a regular fixture at high-profile events and parties, where the champagne flowed freely and the price tags were astronomical. But behind the scenes, the consequences of Odom's extravagant lifestyle were mounting. His bank accounts dwindled and debts began to pile up. The once seemingly endless stream of income was no match for his insatiable appetite for luxury. Adding fuel to the fire was Odom's tumultuous marriage to reality TV star Khloe Kardashian.
Oh, he actually married her. Oh, I forgot. I thought he was just
dating.
no, he
With the
married her.
media scrutinizing their every move. The pressure to maintain appearances only intensified Odom's need for excessive spending. Rumors of Odom's infidelity began to surface, the tabloids speculating about his extramarital affairs. The strain of Odom's infidelity eventually took a toll on their marriage, and the two filed for divorce, ending their marriage. The emotional toll of the divorce, combined with Odom's ongoing battles with addiction,
Bro, you
pushed
thought he
him
wasn't
to the
gonna
brink.
cheat?
He spiraled into a dark place, struggling to find solace and stability amidst the chaos. Eventually, the consequences caught up with Odom. He found himself drowning in debt, unable to sustain his lavish lifestyle. Bankruptcy filings and legal battles became the new norm for the former NBA star.
Damn.
He even admitted that Kobe had to bail him out on 6-figure gambling debt at some point.
Damn, Kobe.
Jason Caffey.
Kobe a real G for that though. Real gangster.
$34
Jason
million.
Caffey.
We wanted
Never
to
heard
come
of
out
him.
here and work with these kids on their basketball skills, as well as some financial literacy. We have them in classrooms with people that work at the bank.
Jason Caffey learned his lesson too late. In the late 1990s, Caffey signed a staggering
For real.
$35 million contract with the Golden State Warriors,
$35 million,
solidifying
bro.
his status as a wealthy NBA player. $35
He
million
got
might
17
not
of
sound like
that.
much today, but when you adjust for inflation and compare to the times he was playing in, it was insane. And it would have stayed insane if Jason Caffey didn't ruin his own life. 10 children from 8 mothers. Seems like Jason was trying to build
10 children from 8 different. Look, see, I'm cool with the having a lot of kids, but 8 mamas. Bro, I can have 15 kids with 3 different motherfuckers. 5, 10, 15. Why the hell you want to have 8? Bro, that's too many women. Y'all doing too much.
Home, but it would bite him in the ass because his career took a downturn when he joined the Milwaukee Bucks and eventually retired from professional basketball. With his NBA career behind him, Caffey faced a new challenge, managing his finances outside of the lucrative basketball world. Unfortunately, this transition proved to be a difficult one, and Caffey soon found himself in a dire financial situation. As Jason Caffey's NBA career came to an end, his financial troubles began to mount. Record from the U.S. Bankruptcy Court in Mobile revealed a staggering $1.9 million in debts against Caffey's assets. Caffey's reported income of $11,500 per month from his real estate investment endeavor, Jack Enterprises, and the All-Stars Developmental Academy, a daycare center, was not enough to cover his expenses. More than half of his income, $7,000, went towards alimony and child support payments. His ex-wife, Bibi, sued him for divorce and was awarded their $800,000 home in Roswell, Georgia. But she wasn't the only one seeking child support from Caffey. Several other women also filed lawsuits, adding to his financial burden. An attorney representing one of the women, LaRonda Brown, acknowledged that Caffey owed Brown $70,000, but Brown's document claimed the amount, including interest and attorney's fees, to be $112,736. The weight of his financial obligations, particularly the hefty child support payments.
Now that's petty. Now you talk about some petty motherfuckers piling on all at one time. 8 baby mamas, nigga. Damn, boy, you retarded, huh?
Significant burden for Caffey. The once prosperous NBA player found himself struggling to make ends meet and facing the consequences of his financial choices. Eric Williams, $40 million.
Tough.
How did
feel
Eric
bad for
Williams
Buddy.
lose $40 million? Well, it depends on who's answering. It's either his extravagant spending, the fact that he married a reality star, or both. Eric Williams was once something of a big deal on the courts of the Celtics, Nuggets, Cavaliers, Nets, Raptors, Spurs, and
Williams, that
Bobcats
nigga
through
ugly.
his NBA career.
That's
His
ugly
ass was
nigga.
everywhere. As his career flourished, so did his
That nigga
bank
ugly.
account. Williams amassed a staggering $40 million. Eric Williams had a taste for the finer things in life.
That
He
nigga's
spared no
ugly.
expense, indulging in lavish spending sprees, expensive purchases, and extravagant parties. The allure of luxury became an addiction, blinding him to the consequences of his actions. Because between luxury cars and extravagant vacations with his beau, Jennifer Williams, Eric Williams' account began to leak. Behind
Oh,
the
that's
scenes-
him? Oh, I didn't know he was in the NBA. Yo, I remember that video actually.
With his beau, Jennifer Williams, Eric Williams' account began to leak. Behind the scenes, the bills began to pile up. The extravagant lifestyle Eric Williams had grown accustomed to came with a hefty price tag. His spending habits were unsustainable, and his financial obligations started to outweigh his income. Eric Williams dabbled in various business ventures and investments, hoping to multiply his wealth. However, not all of his endeavors were successful. Some ventures failed, draining his finances even further. The consequences of Eric Williams' financial mismanagement caught up with him. Legal battles and court hearings became a regular part of his life. Lawsuits and financial obligations began to chip away at his once vast fortune.
That's tough,
As the
bro.
debts mounted, Eric Williams faced the harsh reality of his financial situation.
Where nigga at
Foreclosure
now?
signs appeared on his properties and his possessions were repossessed. The trappings of his lavish lifestyle were slipping away. The weight of his financial troubles took a toll on Eric Williams. The once confident and successful athlete now found himself overwhelmed and distressed, grappling with the consequences of his reckless spending. As if Eric Williams' financial downfall wasn't enough, his personal life took a dramatic turn that played out in the public eye. Eric Williams was married to Jennifer Williams, his fellow Basketball Wives cast member. The
That's
strain
tough.
of financial troubles began to take its toll on their relationship. It didn't help that Eric and Jennifer's personal struggles were thrust into the spotlight when they appeared on a reality TV show. Jennifer would eventually
Damn, that's tough, bro. When you start going on a reality TV show, that bank account started to come get dry. I'm telling you. Look, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all want me to react to more videos like this, bro? Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know fucking Kenny Anderson, bro. That's tough, bro. This video was tough, bro. There's lots of I didn't know. I'm glad I know it now. But like, comment, subscribe. Y'all want to see me react to more videos like this, man? I will. Let me know in the comments. And I got y'all. No cap.